My dear soul, this is not an accident. You pressed on this message for a reason, because the Spirit wants to speak to you tonight, and you must hear every word with open ears and an open heart. Something strange is about to happen at midnight, a moment. When the world feels still, when the clock strikes 12 and shadows seem to whisper in the dark, you may hear a name you know or a name you do not recognize, but it will echo in your thoughts and you will wonder why it came to you. And let me tell you the truth. That name is not random. It is not an accident. It is a message. It is a warning. It is a confirmation from the unseen world. There are names spoken in secret when prayers are cried in silence. Names carried by angels into the throne of heaven, names that appear in dreams, visions, and sudden thoughts at night. And when that name arrives in your spirit at midnight, it is a sign that the veil is opening, a hidden truth is reaching for you. Maybe it is the name of someone who betrayed. Maybe it is the name of someone who still loves you in silence. Maybe it is the name of a soul that left this world, but is crying out for your attention. Whatever the name is, it carries weight, it carries pain, it carries truth. Some of you have been hearing the same name over and over again, and you thought it was just memory or imagination. But listen closely. Repetition is not coincidence. When heaven wants your attention, the same name will haunt your sleep. The same word will pierce your mind until you finally listen. Maybe it is God warning you about a person who is not who they seem. Maybe it is your ancestors trying to protect you from a hidden danger. Maybe it is the cry of someone who never had the chance to tell you the truth before they left this life. At midnight, the spiritual world is loud and clear. Doors open between realms. Prayers rise like smoke, and secrets slip into the ears of those who are awake or half asleep. You may hear the name in a whisper. You may see it written in your dream. You may even wake up suddenly with that one word burning in your mind. Do not ignore it. This is how messages are delivered. Not by thunder, not by earthquakes, but by quiet words that shake your entire soul. There was a woman who kept hearing her grandmother's name at midnight. She thought it was grief. She thought it was longing. But then one night, the whisper became a vision, and she saw her grandmother placing a candle in her hand, telling her to stop, trusting the wrong people. The next week, she discovered the truth that someone close had been deceiving her, stealing from her, pretending to love her, while destroying her from the inside. The midnight name saved her from destruction. There was a man who woke up every night at 12:03, hearing the name of a childhood friend, someone he had not seen for years. He tried to push it away, but the name came louder and heavier until he reached out to that old friend, only to discover that the man had been on the edge of giving up on life, and his call came right in time. The name that haunted him became the key to saving another soul. You see, names at midnight are not small. They are not accidents. They are coded messages from the higher realm. Some of you will hear the name of a person you miss because that soul is still tied to you in prayer. Some of you will hear the name of a person who wronged you, because the truth is being revealed at last. Some of you will hear the name of a person who is about to enter your life and change everything. And let me say this clearly. If you hear a name at midnight and it refuses to leave your heart, do not run from it. Seek its meaning. Pray for understanding and write it down. Because what haunts you at night will guide you in the day. This is why you are here. You are being prepared. The Spirit knows you are strong enough to hear the truth. You are chosen to receive messages others cannot hear. Your life is not ordinary. Your connection to the divine is deeper than you realize, and the midnight hour will not be wasted on you. Do not be afraid if a name keeps calling your spirit. It is better to face the truth than to walk in the dark. This is not a curse. This is not to torment you. It is to free you, to warn you, to comfort you, to awaken you to what is hidden behind the veil. So tonight, if a name comes to you, do not dismiss it as noise. Let your spirit listen. Let your heart discern, and remember you were chosen to hear it. You are not alone. Angels stand beside you. Your ancestors surround you. God Himself sees you, and every whisper carries His knowledge and His warning. This message is your sign. This is your confirmation. And if your heart feels it, if your soul knows this word was for you, then type 555 in the comments as your way of saying, I receive this truth and I am ready for what is to come. My dear soul, listen carefully, because the midnight hour is not just a time on the clock. It is a gate between the seen and the unseen when most people are asleep. But the spirit realm is awake when prayers are the loudest, when angels are moving. When secrets are revealed, the name that comes at midnight may shock you because it might be connected to a truth you have been running from, or a truth that has been hidden from you for years. Sometimes it is the name of someone you must release. Sometimes it is the name of someone you must forgive. And sometimes it is the name of someone you are about to meet, whose presence will change your destiny. The reason it will haunt you is because your spirit knows what your mind refuses to accept. You can try to forget it, but it will return again and again, because the divine does not whisper once when a message is urgent. It will echo until you take notice. Maybe you hear the name of a person you cut out of your life years ago, but suddenly, at midnight, it comes back heavy on your chest. That may be because unfinished truth remains between you and them. Maybe you hear the name of someone you love who has already passed away. That may be because they are trying to reassure you that they are still watching over you. Maybe you hear the name of a stranger and you wonder why. But later you will cross paths with them and realize the name was planted in your heart as a sign. There are stories written in the silence of the midnight hour. A young girl once heard the name of her father who had abandoned her. She thought it was just sadness. But the next day she received a letter from him after years of silence. The name prepared her for the shock. A man once heard the name of a friend who had betrayed him long ago. He woke sweating and trembling. But days later, the hidden truth of betrayal finally came into light, and though it hurt, he was freed from false trust. The haunting name was not meant to break him. It was meant to release him, child of light. The midnight name is never random. It is divine timing. It comes when you are still, when the noise of the world is quiet, when your heart is most open. It comes because you are chosen to hear it. Others may sleep in blindness, but you are awake in spirit. That is why the truth seeks you. That is why the message will not let you rest. And there is something else you must know. The enemy also knows the power of midnight. So sometimes the whisper is a warning to protect yourself. From traps and deceptions, the Spirit shows you the name of who is plotting against you, so you are not destroyed by their schemes. You may feel fear at first, but it is not to paralyze you. It is to sharpen you, to make you aware, to guard your heart. And your path midnight whispers are the meeting point of sorrow and hope. They may bring tears, but also revelation. They may stir pain, but also deliver freedom. Do not resist what comes to you. Instead, ask God to show you what the name means. And He will guide your spirit to understand. If you hear the name of someone you miss, pray for their soul. If you hear the name of someone who hurt you, release them from your bitterness. If you hear the name of someone unknown, prepare your spirit because they are about to appear. The truth is haunting, not because it wants to scare you, but because it demands your attention. What you ignore in the day, heaven will remind you of at night. And when that name comes at midnight, it is heaven's way of saying, you cannot escape the truth anymore. Do not be surprised if you wake at the same time every night with the same name burning inside you. This is a pattern, and patterns mean urgency. It is the Spirit shaking you awake, telling you something is about to unfold and you must not sleep through it. And now I tell you this with love. Do not run from the name, face it with courage, write it down. Pray over it and ask the Spirit to guide you, because what haunts you tonight will save you tomorrow. You are not cursed, you are being awakened. You are not losing your mind, you are being prepared. The God who reveals names at midnight is the same God who walks with you in the daylight. You are seen, you are protected, you are loved, and every hidden truth will be uncovered in its time. This is your confirmation. If this message spoke to your heart, if you know the midnight whispers are real for you, then type 555 in the comments as your way of receiving this message and declaring that you are ready for the truth. Beloved soul, this is the final part of the message, and it carries the deepest weight, because the midnight name is not just a whisper of the past or a warning of the present, it is also a prophecy of the future. The reason it shakes you is because your destiny is tied to it. When God allows a name to come in the midnight hour, it means you are stepping into a turning point. Something in your journey is shifting, and heaven wants you awake to see it. The haunting feeling is not punishment. It is alignment. Some of you will hear the name of a person who is about to open a door. No one else could open someone who will help you rise into your calling. Others will hear the name of someone who must be removed from your path because they are blocking the blessings meant for you, and still others will hear the name of a person who carries an assignment in your life, perhaps a mentor, a partner, a friend, or even a soul that you are meant to rescue. The midnight name is a map. It points to where your spirit must look. Do not ignore the weight of it. The Spirit would not wake you in the silence of night for something meaningless. This is not noise, this is instruction. And the haunting is only because your heart is stubborn to accept the truth. Many cry out for signs from God, but when the sign arrives in the form of a name, they doubt. Do not doubt. Child, this is real. This is your sign. And here is another truth. Some names come not from the living, but from the dead souls that left this world but still cry for your attention. Sometimes they whisper because they want peace for you. Sometimes they whisper because they left words unsaid. Sometimes they whisper because their love has not faded beyond the grave. This can shake you. It can feel heavy. But remember, the Spirit allows it only to heal you, never to harm you. There was a woman who kept hearing her mother's name years after she had passed away every night at midnight. She would wake trembling until one evening. She prayed with tears, asking for understanding, and in her dream her mother appeared, holding her hand and saying, "Forgive yourself for what you could not change." The midnight haunting became her freedom. The name was not torment. It was mercy, beloved. Soul, you too are being visited not by chance, but by divine order. You are not like others who sleep unaware. You are chosen to see and to hear. That is why the midnight speaks to you, and while others may laugh or deny, you know in your bones that the truth is calling, and it will not let you rest until you listen. When the haunting name comes, speak it out loud. Do not bury it in fear. Claim it in prayer and ask for its meaning, for what is hidden will be revealed. What is whispered will soon be shouted, and what is haunting you tonight will one day be the very thing that confirms your faith. Remember this. God never sends a message without purpose. The midnight name is not sent to break you, but to build you. It is not to scare you, but to guide you. It is not to curse you, but to cleanse you. You are being aligned with truth. Even if it hurts, you are being positioned for destiny. Even if it shakes you. And I tell you now, child, do not fear, you are not alone. The same God who allowed. The whisper is the same God holding you through the night. Angels guard your room, ancestors pray over you. Heaven itself bends low to speak your name into light. The haunting you feel is holy. It is sacred. It is your call to step higher. So tonight, if the name comes, listen carefully. Hold it close. Do not dismiss it, for you are standing on holy ground, and your midnight hour is the key to your next chapter. This is the truth you needed. This is your confirmation, and if your soul is awake to receive it, then type 555 in the comments as your way of saying, I accept this message. I am not afraid of the midnight. I am ready for the truth, and I walk